Today I think we have a new yogis, so I will explain a little bit basic instructions, some encouraging words for the new yogis. In the Anguttara Nikaya, there is one word said by the Buddha. Do not let your opportunity pass. This word is very short, only one stanza, but it has a lot of meaning. So when you have the opportunity, then you just take it and use it. So the opportunities comes to us only when they are available. So when you have a good opportunity, and you need to know that this is your opportunity, then you take it, you use it. So when you have an opportunity, or the opportunities are in your hand, if you don't use it, then lose it. So if you don't want to lose your opportunity, then use it. So the first opportunity is now you are human beings. This is first opportunity. So you become the human being when the Buddha's teachings are available. This is first opportunity. The second one is you are born in the area the Buddha's teachings are available, or the bhikkhus, bhikkhunis, upasakas, upasikas, or the Sayaji Sayalis are available in that area. It's a similar Majjhima province in India. So Buddha's teachings are available here. So being here is also one opportunity for you. Another opportunity is having the meditation centers, monasteries here. If there are no meditation center around here and you don't have a chance to learn and to practice a meditation, that is why the meditation center, monasteries or nunneries having here is your opportunity. The next opportunity is your good health. As you know, our health is all the time changing. In the morning, you may be perfectly good, but in the evening, you don't know what will happen. So now your health is good, your health is on your side to practice meditation. So this is one opportunity. The next opportunity is the meditation teacher having here now. Even though you want to practice meditation, if you don't have a proper teacher, then you may not get the very good results from your practice. So having a teacher is another opportunity. So now, all opportunities are in your hands. The next one is you need to use it, or you have to use it by making great effort to reach your goal or your destination. Your practice here is Satipatthana meditation or mindfulness meditation. So it is said in the Buddha, this is the only way, there is no other way. So now you are already walk on the right path. The only way is the path of the Noble Eightfold Path. So when you practice meditation, Satipatthana meditation, you are doing these Noble Eight factors. So this is the only way to be free from all kinds of suffering or to reach Nirvana. So if someone practices the mindfulness meditation seriously, respectfully, then this person is sure to gain the final destination. Let alone human being, even the animal or even the parrot can get the bad results from this practice. There is a story about a parrot. In the ancient time, maybe in the time of the Buddha, there was a bhikkhuni monastery, maybe not far from the village. So one day the parrot came to their monastery. That means he was left from other the parrots. So he was just a baby. So young bhikkhunis take care of this parrot, baby parrot, and then fed them every day. And also the young bhikkhunis taught him some words. So when he became a little bit bigger and older, he could speak perfectly. So one day the head of the Bhikkhuni monastery, or Sayadaw, told he was named the Buddha Rakita. His name was Buddha Rakita. So one day the Sayadaw called him, Buddha Rakita, come here. You are doing nothing. You eat and you play, you sleep. That's all. So when you stay here in Bhikkhuni monastery, you have to learn some Dhamma, or you also have to practice Dhamma. So the parrot asked her, what do I have to do? You practice meditation. What kind of meditation? So the Sayadaw taught Buddha Rakita just one word. Ati Ponjo Ayankayo. That is a Pali word. Ati Ponjo Ayankayo. That means this body is just a group of bones. So a heap of bones. That is one kind of meditation. We call that bone meditation. So he learned that from Sayadaw, and he just practiced this heap of, my body is a heap of bones, a heap of bones. So this parrot, Buddha Rakita, practiced bone meditation. One day he was sitting on the fence and near these younger bhikkhunis. So all of a sudden, the eagle came down and took him. So the young bhikkhuni saw that the Buddha Rakita was carried by the eagle. So all the young bhikkhunis threatened, and they just throwing some stones to drop the parrot. So finally the eagle dropped this parrot, and luckily he was alive. And he was taken to the Siaji, Bhikkhuni Siaji, and the Siaji asked the Buddha Rakita, that is a parrot, when you are taken by the eagle, what happened to you? What is in your mind? So Siaji asked him, so I don't have any kind of the being afraid. But the only thing in my mind is a small bone group, a group of small bone is carried by the bigger bone. So, yes, the eagle is much, much bigger than the parrot. So, see, a small bone is carried by the bigger bones. So that was he was contemplating, because he was very used to practice bone meditation. So the Bhikkhuni Siaji called sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu for your practice. When the parrot died, he was reborn in the heaven. Maybe parrot deva. So you can see, even the parrot, they can be reborn in the heaven. He practiced the bone meditation, bone satipatthana meditation. So you are human beings. So when you practice it seriously, they're much bigger than that. So you practice here satipatthana meditation or mindfulness meditation. So when you practice mindfulness meditation, you need to know about the meaning of the words. I will explain a little bit about this meaning, the words of the meaning. Sati is Pali word. Most of you know that in English meaning is remembering, remember, not forgetting. But in use, it is more than that. But they may not, the Pali scholar may not find a better word, I think. So internationally, the sati is translated as a mindfulness. So we use mindfulness. So when we practice mindfulness meditation, the mindfulness is needed a lot. But it has the other factors also. They are energy or effort and concentration and wisdom. Even though the name is Satipatthana, but other factors are also needed when we practice meditation. So, sati is sati means remembering. So it is a characteristic is not floating in the surface of the object. That means if it is sati, it must go deep into the object and then take all the object and then be aware of the whole object. That is the characteristic of sati. It is a function is not losing the object. That means if you pay attention to the object, this object is always with you. You do not lose this object. So, if you have sati or mindfulness, you will never lose your object. Why you are meditating? Once you lose your object, then you don't have the mindfulness anymore with you. So, when we practice meditation, we need the sati or mindfulness a lot. So you have to be mindful of every object at the present moment. So you must not miss the present object. You try to note the present object as much as you can. Another one is energy. So without energy, the mind cannot stay on the object. So energy or effort always support other mental factors. So supporting. Because of this support, the mind can stay on the object. That's why when you practice meditation, you purposely have to pay your attention to the object. So you are pushing your mind to the object is mental effort. If you don't make this kind of effort, do you think your mind will stay on the object easily? No way. The mind will go wherever it likes. That is why we purposely pay our attention to the object, pushing our mind to the object, like telling someone, you go there, you stay there, you watch that object. That is made by effort. So your mind goes to the object. Let's say here you practice rising and falling movement of the abdomen as a primary object. So you try to focus your mind on the movement of the object, and then your mind still for a while. So your mind goes to the object with the help of the energy and mindfulness. So you pay attention to the object, and then your mind stay with the object just for a while. This moment, this short moment, your mind staying with the object moment is called concentration. Concentration means the mind stay with the object for a while. This moment is called concentration. So, in order to get concentration, and you have to pay attention to the object. So to pay your attention to the object, you have to make mental effort. So with the help of the effort and mindfulness, your mind will go to the object, will stay with the object. Once your mind stay with the object, then you can see the object clearly. When you see the objects clearly, and also you will come to see the beginning of the object and the end of the object. Also, the changing of the object. So when we practice Vipassana meditation, we cannot choose what we like. So we have to note whatever objects come to us at the present moment. So Vipassana meditation, that is why it's sometimes said choiceless awareness. So we cannot choose what we like. We have to note whatever objects come to us. So we will come to see the objects more and more clearly, also arising and disappearing, arising and disappearing, and then changing object, and then another object, and you will see clearly. Say, if you note the rising and falling movement of the abdomen, then you see the rising movement clearly or distinctly from the falling. Or the falling you see distinctly from the rising. So these two, the rising, falling objects, you see more and more clearly. And then your mind mostly stick to that object most of the time. And the longer your mind stay with the object, the clearer you understand about the object. So this understanding is called sampassanya in Pali. So when we practice meditation, first we need mindfulness, effort, concentration, and let's say wisdom. So these factors are actively working together while you are practicing meditation. So these factors are active factors. Every moment you note, you make note any object. You know that these factors are working together. Only when they work together, you can see the object. If one of them don't work perfectly, and then you cannot note the object. So these factors are needed when you practice meditation. So in the discourse, there are 4 kinds of objects are described. Most of you know that the first one is the contemplation of body, and then contemplation of feeling, contemplation of the consciousness, and contemplation of Dhamma objects. These are 4 objects. So our mindfulness is our state of mindfulness is set up firmly on these objects. That means we have to focus our mind on the objects. But we don't have to practice one after another. in the order described in the book, in the discourse. So we have to practice these 4 objects at random. As you know, any of them can come at the present moment. Even though you are instructed to be mindful of the movement of the abdomen, that is the primary object. But as soon as you sit down to start your meditation, you may have some kind of a feeling in your body, then you have to note it. Or sometimes you may have another kind of thought in your mind, then you have to note it. So you don't need to start with the mindfulness of the contemplation of the body, and then contemplation of the feeling, and then contemplation of consciousness, and then contemplation of Dhamma objects. So you don't need to choose the object. Whatever objects come to you at the present moment, you just watch it, note it, until they disappear. And then you go back to the primary object, which is the rising and falling movement of the abdomen. So by noting in this way, you build up your concentration. Strictly speaking, the first 2 or 3 days, you are trying to establish your concentration. You have not reached the level of the wisdom. So in the beginning, you try to establish your concentration by keeping by being mindful of the object all the time. And then you get concentration. Once you get concentration, you see the object clearly. So your duty is only to note the present object. So when you practice meditation, you are called a yogi. A yogi means who practice meditation. So as a yogi, so when you come to the monastery, you may note the first thing you change is first your dress. So to practice meditation, you have to change many things. So first you change your dress as a yogi, and then the way you think also changed to see the truth. What we see right now is that is the conventional truth, not ultimate truth. To see the ultimate truth, we have to change the way we think. So first you change your dress, and then you change your precepts also. In daily life, you may keep the 5 precepts, but when you come here, you keep 9 precepts. So that is a very good. Sila always support us to be a successful yogi. Sila is very important. So you keep more precepts, and also your behavior are supposed to be changed. It is in the book that a yogi, even though he has a good eyesight, he must behave as if he is a blind. I think you have all seen the blind people. When they go on the street, a blind person never turns to right or left side. his head is always keeping forward, never turn to any side. So just keep facing just forward, and then just walking. So if you are a real yogi, that means you must not look wrong here and there. Your head must be straight forward, fixed in front of you about 5 or 6 feet. Focusing what you are doing, focusing what you are walking. So that is a yogi. So even though you have a good eyesight, you should behave as if you are a blind. That means that you don't see anything else. The only thing you trying to focus is on the walking meditation. In the same way, even though you have a good ear, you should behave as if you are a dove. You are like a dove. You don't pay any attention to any sound, any voice. So all the concentration you pay to the meditation object only. You don't pay any other sound or voice. That is why you should behave as if you are a dove. Even though you are a normal person, a healthy person, you should behave as if you are a weak invalid or a weak patient. People in normal health can get up quickly, easily, or they can do whatever they want abruptly, easily. But imagine if you see a person who has back pain, very, very serious back pain. They cannot get up easily and fast. Before they get up, they have to prepare a lot. Turn slowly, check his body. Every part of the body is okay to get up. And then, if he sees everything okay to get up, then, they push his hand up, and then try to push up his lower body, and then again upper body, trying to grab something firmly to stand up. So a person who has the back pain, they cannot get up very fast. He has to get up slowly, part by part. In the same way, a yogi, even though you are in the normal health, that means you are a healthy person, but you should behave like a weak patient. That means when you get up slowly. Be aware of this, just standing up. When you walk slowly. So whatever you do slowly like a patient, like a weak patient. That is because your concentration is still weak. You cannot catch each and every action. So if you want to catch each and every action, then slow down everything. Slow down. Do slowly. Then your mindfulness will catch everything. Then you will be mindful of everything. That is why Even though you are a normal person, you should behave as if you are a weak patient. So in general, everything must be done with the mindfulness. To be mindful, in order to be mindful of the object, so you must do slowly. So slow down and walk slowly, do slowly, and then the last one is the important. No meditation center allowed the talking. Talking and meditation are diametrically opposite. So talking means we talk about the daily life, but as a yogi, what you are doing is you trying to be free from all kinds of suffering, trying to be free from the samsara. The most of talkings are always connected to our daily life. That make us circle, that makes it the circle of the life. So while you are doing meditation, the talking is prohibited. You should keep it as like a precept. I will abstain from talking as long as I am at the center. You should keep one more precept if you want to make a progress within a few days. So the 5 minutes talking can destroy the concentration you built up the whole day. See, talking is very powerful, but destroying power, not constructive power. That is why, if you want to make a progress within few days, you must avoid talking to other yogi. If you happen to talk to someone, talk shortly, not long. Talk softly with a low voice, so that you do not disturb other yogis around you. By not talking to other yogis or talking to other yogis with a soft, you are helping the other yogis as well as the centers. So, by following the rules laid down by the center, and may you make progress within few days, and then may you attain nirvana with swiftly.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namaskara.